Right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. You're welcome to this presentation. My name is Felix, and I will be taking you through within the next 30 to 45 minutes of this opportunity and vis-a-vis going through some information and data on some platforms, so that you can get a live presentation of this opportunity. First of all, we are a group of people who just have to explore the global financial market. We are meant to understand that not everybody is a professional, and not everybody would have time to become professional. But everybody definitely have the voting power of bringing money out from the global financial market. The reason is not far-fetched. Some of us have some primary job we're doing 9 to 5. Some of us have some primary conventional businesses we're doing, but we still have need for more money. That's the reality. And so the purpose of this presentation is that to show you how to make more money without much stress. So the opportunity presents us means of making money from global financial market, not obstructing our primary job or obstructing our primary businesses, but sending our money on errand. So that's the first thing that matters in this place. So you send your money on errand and then make money even though you are not actively involved. That's number one. Then number two, if you want to be actively involved, you are empowered with the right tools to get involved and, of course, make money with your active involvement. Then number three, this system give you opportunity to plug into an existing system without our overhead cost and build a business of like a franchise and be able to generate revenue with the core residual income and yet have other people to generate revenue with the core residual income through the same ecosystem. I think it makes a lot of sense. But I think number one cut across everyone. What are the limitations around the number one? Number one, they call it passive income. You don't need to know anything. You have money, get engaged with the money, fold your hands, and see result coming for you. That's the number one. Now, but one of the biggest issues that people have as a challenge is the fact that when you want to make money, you desire to have more money so that you can make more money. So the platform equally help you to assess, I call it non-collateral and non-interest loan, where you do business with more higher volume of money. And that's one of the biggest solutions we've gotten on this platform. So I'm going to show you a clip now. So we now leverage on technology. That's why you hear about AI tech. That's AI technology. And these AI technologies strictly give us opportunity to make money on the movement of gold in the market. Do I need to know what gold is all about? No, it's not necessary. Do I need to know how gold move in the market? No, it's not necessary. I'm only connecting to an expert that did the dirty job, and then my money is part of those money that's engaged from the global financial market. $7.2 trillion circulation. So it's literally you are giving money to a bookie to be doing below the changes. So whatever profit made, we share together. And the funniest thing is that a bookie is doing that. He's not going to take the larger percentage because you are the one that bring out the money, even though he does the dirty job. But it's telling you that, okay, you are going to take 30, I'm going to take 30%, you take 70%. Do I need anybody to register before my money is engaged? The answer is no. Everything you need here is free. But it's free, but in your mind not free, definitely you will not access it. I always tell people, I say, okay, no wonder when the scripture talked about Sihon, the Amorite I've given to you, he said, but you need to start contending with it in battle. I say, why battle again? Where you have given to me. He didn't say you will give to me when I contend in battle. You say you have given. Is it not contradicting? When I sat down and dig deep, I discovered that, oh, that battle is myself. Would I have power to believe and engage? So there was not even battle of witches and wizards. It's the battle of my mindset. If not, it's already given. And the same the Bible talk about great and effectual door. It's opening unto me. So please, this is not thought service. I only pick what concerns my business. And it's a great and effectual door is opening unto me. But there are many adversaries. I thought it's the village people that are the adversary. And I discovered that the giant I put in my head that limit me not to think straight and take what belongs to me is actually the adversary. So the same thing, what we have here, everything you want to get started with, your money get engaged. Do I need registration fee? No. Do I need monthly subscription? No. What do I need? Get your money. So that your money will still give you fertilizer. What's the fertilizer? Any amount you break. We know that one of the major problems that people are not accessing good businesses is no enough money. So irrespective of the money you can have, we are going to give you privilege to take it up and give you additional loan. So meaning, bring your money, we give leverage to your money up to 12 times. And then you come with $1,000. So we'll give you an interest-free loan, all right? So that's what I saw it as. So that I want everybody to understand this platform. Give you an interest-free loan, no collateral, nothing of this. You do business as long as you want to do business. So if you drop $1,000, we make it to be $12,000. The only rule is that please don't lose your own money and another 20% of our own, which is don't lose 10% of that $12,000. As long as you're operating with this phrase, you are making money, we are not sharing the money with you. If you have the skill. But we know that not everybody have the skill because they claim to be professional, but they are not simplified enough to know that the market is not complex. But we complicate the market by ourselves. Oh, we will give you knowledge free. We will give you signal free if that's what you want. But let's not talk about that. The first is that a cut across everybody, irrespective of who you are. We'll give you the loan. We connect you to experts that will trade. You make they make profit. You both of you share it. So what is our own? Our own is that when this business is going on, we're already charging transaction fees. So don't think they were just generous. They were strategic. So remove it from generosity. They are not generous. So that means you have a quota or responsibility. They have responsibility. The only thing is that they give you an enabling environment to do business well. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the simple thing about this presentation. Platform give you money added. So the question is that when you now come, if they said a platform is going to give you more money of any money you drop, you will ask of how much minimum should I drop? I used to tell people greed is not a bad thing, it's the application of greed. Some of us who trade, if you know the right direction of the market, that gold is going to dump into so how many pips, 3,000 pips down, and you keep smashing more, even if you go full margin, that's a good greed. That's the right application of greed. So ignorance of greed can hit you downward. And so as simple as that, so this platform says, we're going to give you a loan. And we connect you to expert. We are not the expert because by law, by regulatory authority, we are not permitted to trade for you. We are not even permitted to trade because we'll be biased. For that, we have recommended experts we can recommend for you. You like it, connect with them. But why do we recommend this expert? Because this expert is highly conservative because we know where you have money. One of the first law about trading is that protect capital. Oh, yeah. If you see somebody who just trading anyhow, I can double your money within one day and all of that. Be careful. You can flip the money up 2 times and you flip it down 100 times. So it's not about how much profit you make. It's about how protective and how consistent, repeatable action the money. Because I know that you didn't get the money through crooked way. Even if you get the crooked way, you wouldn't want to waste it anyhow. Let alone if you get it the legitimate way, then of course you wouldn't want to waste that money. So capital protection is the first thing every investor look at in their business. The second phase of business in trading is about securing profit. Okay, you are protected by capital enough. How much profit have you secured? Because I would just waste my time, keep my money somewhere, say your capital is protected anyway. But did you secure the profit? The answer is no. That's why most of us are here story. I know, don't be discouraged because a lot of you have friends that have been claiming to be forex trader for about 9 years now. And instead for you to see what they call foreign exchange, what you are seeing his life is forest. Igbo. In fact, his hair is dada already because he's telling you, I'm a forest trader, I'm a professional. The next thing he disturb you with is all the jargon. See, you don't need jargon to make money in forest markets, please. If I start teaching you about forex now, in fact, you'll be lose interest not to make money, not to put money in forex. You know why? By the time I start speaking some jargon that alien to you, you say, no, this is from pan to fire. And let me face what I'm facing. Nigeria is already happening to me if you're in Nigeria. So this man start talking higher high, higher low, Bollinger Band, then break of structure, market structure shift, Fibonacci retracement, fair value gap, order block, demand zone. We say, which is order block? I say, and then I draw both the order block and demand zone in the same place. Say, which one is this one again? Supply zone, liquidity sweep, buy side liquidity, sell side liquidity, money market maker model. And all. Say, see, if it's not this one, I will see. The West, they say, if you use 20 years to prepare madness, how many years remain to become mad itself? So you just tell yourself, do I actually need all of those things to make money in the market? The answer is no. I will settle on somebody who have a track record, and then I will be making money. Funny enough, you that don't know anything, but you know how to leverage, then you make more money than person who is even a professional. That's why labor is good, but favor is better, cheaper, and faster. You don't know how to do it, but you understand how to leverage, then you make money. So, ladies and gentlemen, the summary of what we come for is what I've just given. Then you want to watch a clip now to give you the expert that are going to trade for you. How do they trade? What are their record? Okay, how do I plug in? Okay, what are the level of expectation do I have to make money in with this system? But I promised you the first thing to make money in this system, you don't need to know anything. Just engage your money, and then you'll be making money on a daily basis. Then, if you want to, if it's not more than it's not enough to withdraw for you, you say, let me let it accumulate up to a week or accumulate up to a month. Then I'll withdraw my money and I'll be fine for myself. And that's the first summary. All that thing can follow you. Are not interested to be active. They give you signal, they give you other things. You are not interested to build a franchise. They tell you what it takes for you to be eligible for franchise. So please pay attention. I'm going to show you through a short clip that gives you summary of what I've just said. So stay put and get to learn. If you have anything, any point, please jot it down and I will attend to you. Thank you very much.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. In this presentation, we'll walk you through the Sonic AI trading strategy, a fully transparent AI-supported gold trading system with a verified track record and a strong focus on risk management. Let's begin by looking at the core performance. On this slide, you can see the key performance metrics of the strategy. We are looking at cumulative return of 21.20%, average monthly return of 1.17%, maximum drawdown of just 0.86%, and a win rate of approximately 80%. Now, two of these numbers are especially important. First, the maximum drawdown. This key metric reflects how risk is managed. A drawdown below 1% over a 16-month period shows a risk profile that seeks capital preservation. Second, the win rate. Maintaining around 80% consistency over 16 months is a strong indicator of a stable and disciplined strategy. And importantly, this is not short-term performance. This is 16 months of verified live trading data. Here, we see one of the strongest aspects of the strategy. 16 consecutive positive months. Every single month, from November 2024 through February 2026, closed in profit. Monthly returns consistently range between approximately 0.5% and 1.7%, with no negative months recorded. This level of consistency in our trading strategy shows a favorable performance over the last 16 months. Behind every successful strategy, there is a professional team. The Sonic AI trading team brings over 15 years of experience in financial markets, managing capital for private investors, family offices, institutional clients. The structure includes 1 lead trader, 2 supporting co-traders. Together, we combine experience, data, and advanced tools to maintain performance and risk control. Before going public, our strategy was tested privately, ensuring it was fully optimized before being offered to investors. Transparency is a key pillar of this strategy. Every trade is public, trackable, independently verified. Through MyFX book, you can see entry and exit points, trade duration, full performance history, over 329 trades, with approximately 87% positive trades, and an average trade duration of less than 15 minutes. This level of transparency allows anyone to verify our past and current results in real time. The strategy is accessible through the Copix copy trading platform, operated by Tag Markets, a regulated broker based in Mauritius. This ensures strong execution, liquidity, and scalability. This means your account automatically mirrors every trade. No trading experience is required. No manual intervention is needed. You can connect in just a few steps and the system handles everything. Important to note, you keep 70% of the profits. A 30% performance fee is only charged when profits are made. No subscription or management fees. This is where the model becomes unique. There are two account types. 12x account, your capital is amplified 12 times for trading purposes. Example, $10,000, $120,000 trading capacity. Drawdown limit, 10%, 24x account. Amplification of 24 times for trading purposes. Example, $10,000 plus token value, $240,000 trading capacity. Drawdown limit, 5%. Leveraging your capital in this manner can potentially lead to higher returns. However, it also involves increased risks, including the possibility of losing all your deposit. In other words, with an amplified account, returns may be higher, but risk is increased too. There is a 30-day capital lock of the original deposit amounts. However, profits can be withdrawn at any time. Here are illustrative examples based on our historical performance. For example, since November 2024, a $10,000 deposit on a 12x account would have generated approximately 600 plus monthly net. On a 24x account, this could have been around 1,200 plus monthly net. These figures are based on real historical data, but always remember, past performance does not guarantee future results. Risk management is a critical part of this strategy. Trading risk, 12x account closes at 10% drawdown. 24x account closes at 5% drawdown. To reach this, 12x would require around 68 consecutive losses. 24x would require around 34 consecutive losses. In 16 months of live trading, the maximum ever recorded was only 2 consecutive losses. Broker risk. Like any financial institution, there is always risk. However, mitigation factors include regulation, segregated accounts, professional risk management strategy. Risk. There are no guarantees in trading. Market conditions can change, and performance may vary. This is why it is essential to only use capital you can afford to lose. Let's look at another real example. Initial capital, $400,000. Net profit, approximately $295,000. Over 5.5 months. Average monthly return, around 13.4% net. This is a real verified account, showing how the system performs in practice. Before we conclude, an important reminder. Trading involves risk, and you can lose part or all of your capital. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Only use capital you can afford to lose. Always make informed decisions and seek professional advice if needed. Thank you for taking the time to review the Sonic AI trading strategy.
All right, so I'm just giving you a summary of how this is operational. So let me show you some figures, numbers, because when you're talking about money and you are too theoretical, it won't make any sense. But thank God you see some data right now. So I'm going to share with you on MT5 some of those activities that was being mentioned. And I'll show you again how to get started and how the whole thing is being operated. And so when he told you this recording was done when we were still about 16 months, right now we are at the 19th month of experimenting. But I'll tell friends, I say something that I've run for 19 months You know it's not a guesswork. That's one of the things you need to understand. It's not a guesswork, it's not a luck. It is a reality. Now, please, if you can see my screen, I love you to type 222 on the chat box, please. If you can see my screen, I love you to type 222 on the chat box. Please, I want to be sure that we're together. If you can see my screen, type 222 on the chat box. All right, thank you very much. Now let's look at numbers. Numbers does not lie. This is an account. I want to show you some trade. If you think you are a super fast trader, you hear what in the review. The review said that no trade has stayed maximum under 15 minutes. Number one, Sonic AI does not, and listen to me, Sonic AI does not carry trade to the next day. They scalp super entry. You can see something here. So a trade here. So perhaps this trade was this money and maybe it was a lost trade. Then you can see another trade here, if I'm not mistaken, or it was a win trade. So you can see another trade here up there. Then you can see another trade here. Okay, that was the first one that was a lost trade and all of that. You go back, those of us who are technical, so that's why I have to use the candlestick for you to see history on the trade. If I go 4 hours, you can see different trade, how their trade take place here. Heavy scalping. Now let's go on result. Today, okay, two trade already occurred. The first trade was a loss. The second trade was a win. This account of $74. Now, this account started last year, something around, I think was around November 15th last year. That was 2025. 15th November. All right. So let's just go November 15th, right? 1 5 until today. This account of $50, we compounded, we reduced some. So now, if you look at withdrawal, $76. And then compound $50 now and make total profit of what? $80. This is a small account. I love to start with a very small account. Now let's go to another account of $200. This is a $200 account. So let's quickly look at today. Okay, the first trade was a loss, the second trade was a win. So $1.1, that should be 0.5. Then, but cumulatively, so that means today, if you look at from Monday or Tuesday, when there are some fundamental news, there was no more trade. Now, listen, some of us who are used to Ponzi scheme, sorry, I'm not saying this to undermine anybody, but what sometimes somebody will come to you because, like me, I'm highly major in cryptocurrency for a very long time, and somebody will tell me crypto is rubbish and I lost all my money in this cryptocurrency. I say, what if I tell you you were never involved in cryptocurrency? You say, what do you mean? You were involved in Ponzi. I told you that they are in crypto. No, you are not in crypto. You were involved in Ponzi. If you're involved in crypto, you wouldn't even talk that way. Some of us that are involved in crypto, we know what we are picking from there. If I tell you now, go and buy a coin and keep and watch it for the next zone, can you buy? So you say you were involved in crypto and you were scammed and your money, you wasted your money. The same Bitcoin, if you go to your phone now and type June 2009 Bitcoin price, if you type June 2009 Bitcoin price and click on Reddit, it's going to show you 2009 to 2015 price, Bitcoin price. You will see that in 2009, June precisely, price of Bitcoin was 0.0001. That is 301, four decimal places. And then $20 will have gotten you 200,000 Bitcoin. That means by now, with the price of Bitcoin, you'll be seated on about $16 billion. How does that same cryptocurrency make you lose money? What is the problem is that what you don't know is your elder brother. You were involved in Ponzi scheme. Maybe fairly set up a scam and promise that it's going to be paying you from, and you know, many of us are used to that. And we're going to be paying you from 0.3 to 2%. In fact, some will tell you, we're going to be paying you from 1% to 5% every day. And then you fall in. And then they will now set up a database and be regulating the database. You'll be putting the figure on your dashboard. You are jumping up. Audio money. Once there's no real money again, they back off. But this, you can't make money if there's no trade. And you can see the trade on your MT5. So this is not a hype of anything. So now let's look at this account of $200. This account of $200 started this year. It started this year, February 2nd, or February, yeah, it's February 2nd, 2026. So let's look at it quickly. That was a account of $200. This account didn't lift fingers. In fact, I don't trade. I have a personal trading account, but I don't trade on my tag market. I just allow the AI. You go to a supermarket and you bought things, and they say somebody say, see that gentleman up there that he has paid for you. You say, no, I must pay again. That must be a stupidity. That must be arrogancy. That must be foolishness. I don't know what we call it. They say you have paid for what are you trying to prove? That you have too much money. You are not wealthy when you spend money on everything you need. You are not wealthy. If everything you need, you use money, then you are not wealthy. That means you lack attitude, you lack social capital. And social capital is the richest in the world, but the most abused capital because we have not had people to educate us of what is social capital. So this one say leverage, the power of leverage. I have told some person, I say, Dangote, we are all 24 hours in a day, everybody. If you learn the power of leverage, you will see that not everybody is using 24 hours. Why? Dangote have a company, he hire many people as a staff, and then he say, you must give me 8 hours, productive hours of your life. You say, agree, you sign. He say, I'm not going to give you so salary. But that salary he pay you, you must work times 100 of it before he can give you 1 or 10% of it. So 8 hours of 40,000 people to Dangote, make Dangote to have extra 320,000 hours in a day. So you to compete with Dangote as a person who is using 24 hours, you must be joking. That's the power of leverage. He has leverage on people's time and exchange it with a peanut because it's not commensurate. Whatever thing you are collecting is not commensurate to that productive time. But that's what Robert Kiyosaki told us. Say, don't just be too intelligent. Don't be too highly intelligent. Just be smart. He said, look for many intelligent people to work for you. You pay them for their time. And that is exactly what Dangote is doing. 320,000 hours is used, and you are using 24 hours. You can't even use 24 hours. You need to sleep, you need to eat, you need to move. So he said, out of this your time, may you not even stay in Lagos and you are working the island. That means the 8 hours he paid for was not the 8 hours you actually used for him. Because you have to be on the road, you have to do a lot of things. For the hours, for that 8 hours to be given, then you must maybe add extra 6 hours where you're going to be on the road and all of that to beat up the 8 hours you are going to give. Invariably, you are using more than hour he demanded from you because you will fly. So now this account, you can see this is $200 account. Now, because I said you have a broker that give you, I say, I will amplify your money up to 12 times. But some of us that belong to a community, the tag market as a broker, we have a special deal. And that special deal is that, please, we don't want only 12x. Can you give us 24? We signed a deal. And then that's why, if you don't belong to such community, you can't enjoy that deal. That deal give us room for 24 times. Meaning if you can be as greedy as anybody and put in $200, that $200 will be times 24, which will be 4,800. If you can be so greedy and put 1,000, that 1,000 is amplified to 24,000. If you can be so greedy, make it up to 10,000, that 10,000 amplified to 24x, that will be 240,000. 5,000, that will be 120,000. All right? 100,000, that will be $1 billion. So these are where we exercise greed. Greed is not a bad thing, but when you exercise, what make it go wrong? So with these, for $200 is traded. And what is the essence of the amplifier? You are using a conservative strategy like Sonic. The strategy does not blow your account. No. For your account to be blown by Sonic, they have, if you're on 12x, they have to lose trade back to back up to 80 times. And we have not recorded 3 times on a row. We only have recorded twice. So if it's on 24x, they need to lose trade up to 40 times back to back, no stopping. And then by the time we see that Sonic is not losing trade up to 10 times back to back, we will know that something is wrong. What is the power of attorney? Control system. What is the control system? You just go to your back office and stop it. Oh, enough. Please. I'm not ready again. Because I've told people, I say there are fundamental things you must understand. Any business you are doing, especially in online, and you don't have what is called power of attorney, that's control system. Sorry, be careful. They say, okay, your money will be there for 3 years. You will take it, this and that. If you want to take it, you pay so percentage back. Well, am I saying it's bad? No, but use your number six. So this is $200, and you can see. So it means if it's $200,000 amplified to 24S, now that the total profit this one has made is $173 from that February to now. If it's 200,000, that means the total profit will be $173,000. That's what it means. Now I go to another account, which is a bit higher. Okay. I go to account of $5,000. So let's go to account of $5,000. So this account of $5,000. Let's see what happened. Account of $5,000 today. Of course, you see that the loss that happened $24. Then the profit that happened $30. So the profit override $6 is still there. That's today. This account started when? It started last month. What time last month? Look at it here. It started last month, 1st of April last month. Look at it. So 5,000 amplified up to 24x, give me 120,000. Now, Sonic will be trading with this 120,000 with small, small, small. So even when you say Donald Trump sneeze, it's small loss I'm going to have. That's the confidence we build. So we are making small reward. Equally, if there's any part in the market, it's going to impact us very small. I know a lot of friends who came to me. They say, ah, bros, this thing is too slow. I say, slow is fast and fast is slow. When they came back, they were complaining and complaining. Ah, they lost their money. PU Prime. I say, shut up. It's not PU Prime that lost your money. There are two problems here. You can lose money two ways. If you get involved in Ponzi scheme, eventually they go away. You lose money. If you put money in genuine broker, that's regulated broker, and you have people who are just gamblers that you claim that they are experts and they are trading for you, you will lose money. So either ways, your money is gone. Both gambler and Ponzi people, they are almost the same brother and sister. So you were carried away by, oh, they are going to give me this money and all of that. So what is the problem with you? The problem with you is that you just, hey, they promise you they're going to make. Now they have blown the money. Is the pull you prime at fault? No. And I want to ask to you today, like on the broker we're using, we have over how many copy traders? On copy S alone, we have 59. On social trading, they have over almost thousands. Why do I not copy any of them? I saw some that will do in the month, do 400%. Yes. Why don't I copy that one? In the West, they say, okay, maybe if you see a Yoruba man, pay him, let him interpret it. So, but I beg your permission to speak it as a vernacular. That is, slow is actually fast, and fast is slow. So it's better I'm taking it one step at a time, a little drop of water, then consistently moving. That's what Warren Buffett said when he told us about the power of compound interest. So now, the direct interpretation, because I know some of you who are new or probably who cannot process this understanding, you say 24S, how does it work? If you have traded crypto before, ask somebody why is he trading futures? Why is he not trading spot? He will tell you that futures borrow me money. But sport does not borrow me money. Sport allow me to trade, to do business with the money I have. All right? Just a moment. So while that man is trading futures, even when people are telling you future is risky, it's risky. The more risky, the more money. So he's telling you that sport say I should just do business with the money I have. And I don't have more than $100. Future say, okay, you can do business, we will borrow you money, don't pay collateral, don't pay interest. How? That's where the language called X came from. How many X? That's 100-fold. So he said you can use 10x, you can use 20x. Let's use example, not 10x or 20x. A man come with $100 and bought Bitcoin, having known that Bitcoin is going up. He now long Bitcoin. He bought Bitcoin. You bought on spot with your $100. He bought on futures with his $100. But he went and borrowed more money, which is 20 times of his money, making his own $100 to be like $2,000. Now, Bitcoin moved by 1%. When you look at your $100, 1%, $1 does not make any sense to you. Now, that will make you to stay in the market for a very long time. If Donald Trump cough and everybody catch cold, then what happened? Even that $1 you were seeing, you will lose it. Even that your $100, you will lose it. Because why? The market continue to crash down because you are waiting too long because your money is too small. I make one proverb yesterday as a vernacular. Permit me, I will still make the vernacular. If you have a Yoruba man close to you, ask him. What do you low? That is person will get money, now get business. So with that, 1% move for Bitcoin is enough for that man. He doesn't need to stay too long. You can see that your long term in a place does not determine your result. It is not how long, it is how well. Somebody can come to a place within 2 minutes, create impact. You can be there for, if I lie, ask. You will say this man is very irrational. That's not true. Nobody remember a man that has stayed too long. They remember the man that creates a sin and a mark. Let's digress a little. And you are not being wicked, it's human nature. You have two friends. You were not feeling fine. You were in the hospital. Something happened, whichever way. The other friend is a very kind person. See, it is not good to be nice and not productive. It will be better not to be nice and be productive. If you are productive, you are not nice, people will still come to you. If you are nice and you are not productive, when people come to you, it's still the same story you'll be telling. Being a nice man does not equate productivity. And productivity can actually make you to be nice. People will not remember how bad you are. But the joy is that how be it that if you are productive and you are nice, that become perfect. Now, what do I want to say? You have two friends. One have been with you in the hospital. Then after they have checked you are fine, they discharge you and say you should go. But nobody to pay the bill. They have talking, your friend has been with you for 1 week. To a point, they say, oh, guy, if you don't pay this bill, we will give you broom to be sweeping. No. You say, sorry, I'm sorry. These friends stay with you during the illness. After the illness is still with you. Of course, when somebody come and drop pap, when they make it, he's the one to make the pap. And then so the one he will drink will be more than your own because manage to eat, not say, my throat is not going. He will swallow it because he will not allow the food to spoil. Do you know why? It's nice, but it's not productive. Now you have another friend. He was rushing to the airport as a businessman. As he landed in the hospital, he just bunched to you and said, my friend, I'm sorry. I've not been able to visit you all this while. You know, I'm a businessman. I'm so busy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just come to greet you. I'm late now to the airport. But when I come back, I'll check on you. And I left you and now go to the doctor, and say, doctor, can I talk to you? And they say, what is still keeping my friend here? Yeah. He said, oh, God, that your friend say, yeah, man. Oh. We have discharged him since nobody. Say, no, it's not a yeah, man. It's a very nice man. It's okay, no problem. If he's a nice man, see now he has not paid his bill. You say, how much is the bill? They say it's about 190,000 naira. You pay. After you pay, you come back and say they brought the file. And the doctor say, hey, Oga, you can prepare, you will go. He say, I will go. You free me like that. He say, no, this Oga don't pay. You now go and look at that your friend, you know when he get back home, there will be nothing at home eventually. You now drop like maybe 100,000 naira to him and say, so when you get home, you can do one or two things. And his friend that you guys are friends together, you give that one 50,000 naira. You spend 5 minutes, and now left the hospital and travel. Your friend was discharged and get home, was happy. Now, when he recharged his phone, then the other friend that has stayed with him during the illness for the 1 week of post-discharged have left too and say, let me get back to my family. Say, thank you very much. You have really tried. Let's be realistic. If you buy your recharge card and you want to make a call to appreciate, who will you first call? Type on the comment section. The one that paid the bill and spent 5 minutes and moved to the airport. So, or the one that stay with you all through as a very nice man, who will you first call? Just say, be payer. bill payer, nice man. So just tell us bill. So okay, type bill. If you believe that is the one that paid the bill, you will first call. Just type bill. If the one that stay for you, just type nice. So let's type very quickly. I want to get your response. The one that pay bill, just type bill. The one that stay with you is a nice man. Just type nice. Who will you first call? These are fact. These are reality. Forget emotion here. There's no emotion. Bill, bill. So people are saying bill. Meaning. Okay, somebody say nice. Okay. Okay. Somebody say, eléyìí ga. Now, the reality is that don't let us deceive ourselves. The first man you will call, the first man you will call is the man that paid the bill. Yes. I'm not saying the man that stayed with you has not been nice. Oh. I'm not saying he's not a good person. Oh. But in the sometime, Mr. Nice, àpà jebe. When you are called Mr. Nice too much, you better check yourself. Now, so the point I'm making here is this. At the end of the day, if bill are not paid, embarrassment will be witnessed. And whoever takes shame away from you, you will live to remember him. So that is the taking a star. And so as it is now, we can see that what I'm showing to us is bill. Can my bill be paid with this thing? The answer is yes. And I don't need to carry block. So now they say, okay, I give you loan. Amplify, do business. 1% move. The man with 20x has made 1% of his $100 multiplied by 20. That is $20. He's okay. He will go. You that have only $100, maybe by virtue of ignorance or being over careful or being too rigid or whatever, you didn't amplify your own. You say, no, this is too risky. Oh, if it's too risky, I don't want to be fine there. But it's the same man that says it's too risky is the one that climb scaffold to tie something on up without even safety belt and nothing. But because of money, he said it's too risky. So this is this. Now, today, this account has stayed since April 1st till today. Look at the total profit it has made. $2,547. I don't trade there. No lifting of fingers. So everything you talk about is about impact. Even God is interested in impact. That's why Jesus have to cut down that tree that refused to bear fruit. The tree was not dry, was yummy, was blossom. The tree were the what's it called? The leaf were green. It cost it. What? I want to eat fruit. I can't see to eat from you. It cost it. The one that they project it to bear more. So that means every of us that result oriented is not our fault, is by default. Result terminating insult. So that's why if somebody is telling you, I'm a trader, I've been trading for 1979. In fact, before trading start, I was trading myself. Where is the money? Where is the money? Stop the story. Don't be cho. Show us the result. No, see, nobody believe a man without result, even if you are trying. That's why productive men don't listen to excuses. Testimony is different from stories. When you are sharing testimony, this is what you did, this is what happened. Once I was blind, but now I see. People are energized. If they just share testimony, you see the way it moves, because we're talking of result. Result terminate insult. Nobody know how you have tried without proofs. When there is no proof, you say, I've tried my best. Your best is not good enough, please. So this is an account of $5,000. Started April 1st. By June 1st will be 2 months. But right now, it has done $2,547. Now, I get to another account, and I will stop at this so that I will not give some of us nightmare. This account, when it started, this account today, see, upon the first trade lost, the second trade profit. How much do we see here on this account now? The profit today upon the loss is about $1,419 just today. But what really happened? Whoever take the lion's portion will take the lion's share. This account started last year, October. Some of us were the dragging feet and all of that. Last year, October, that's 2025, 4th of October 2025. That was when this account started, October 4th, 2025. till today. So this account, the total profit on this account now is $933,897. Why? Because this man start compounding this account. How much was deposited when the account started? Now, if you want to know how much was deposited, divide $2,388,000 by 24. You will have 99,500. That was what was deposited. You can see some withdrawal had been made on this account. So it's not undue money. Now, if that is the case, because the power of compound had made this money, total profit to be $933,000. Hey, that means this person is trading now with a total capital above $1 million. That was why just one tiny trade gave how much? One tiny trade gave 1,000 plus. In a day, this account sometimes make $25,000. Sometimes make $16,000, $12,000. Yesterday, it was $12,000. Sometimes it make $29,000. Now, so I have to just show you all of these so that you understand what we are sharing with you and the opportunity that lies there and how to make money without lifting fingers. Now, you hear we said, okay, this man do compound interest. How does that actually work? I'm going to show you that. Now, which broker actually help us to make this money that you give you this opportunity? It's called tag market. To show you quickly, I talked about compound interest just now. If you have your calculator later, you can go there and go to like online compound interest. You can search for compound interest calculator. Look at it here. We don't say you should go and borrow $100,000 and do like that man do. But I know if you have it, you wish you have it, but you don't have it. So what plan can you set for yourself? Okay, can I not start with, let's say, $500? Let's experiment $500. And on the average, what you can be doing with the past record of 19 months of performance with Sonic, your net profit is average of 16.8% on the average minimum in a month. So I say, okay, I won't go to that 16%. I will just stop at 15%. So that means on the average every month, no lifting figures, don't need to know higher, low, according to what Don Jazzy say. Don't need to know order block, don't need to know fair value gap, breaker block, rejection block. You don't need to know all of those things. A market medical model, okay, external footprint, all right, Maribozu can do, okay, engulfing, change the state of delivery, all of those jargon. You don't need them. Is it good? If you want to become professional, why? You need to learn them. But if you want to become profitable, it's not necessary. What is important is that learn how to leverage. And so for that, somebody have the expertise, then you have the money. Then connect your money with his expertise. Then you make money. So if you not tell somebody, I invest in forex and make money, say, no, you, what do you know? Me that have been trading forex. See, your guy is not how far. In fact, your long years of trading forex without result is a discouragement for another man. I always ask friends, I say, are you an encouragement or a discouragement? That means you are a source of problem for another person instead to be a source of joy. You may say it doesn't matter. I didn't tell him to put his money. I'm the only one. If you do anything, you are not succeeding. You are a barrier to that business. I always ask as God, I don't want to be a barrier. How can I be doing business for 10 years and somebody who's supposed to be rescued will look at me and say, Oga, now that this your business is somehow, you have been suffering financially. Can you call Felix and then ask how that their business work? He said, which Felix? He said, Felix, me that she said, that one. Ah, see, somebody will say, be like say Felix come with vernacular today. Now let me tell you. The person will just say, whoa, Iku Sonje Silo. Do you know the meaning? He said, I'd rather just die than to go and mess up myself with Felix. Okay, how many years has he helped himself? So that's the first thing you ask yourself. Is it not Felix that I know that they say he has been in this online for 25 years? Yeah. I don't see anything positive around him. He said, no, he just that God has not picked his call. Then if you take this long year for God to pick his call, then God will not even see my flash. That's the reality. You tell yourself the real truth. So go for by 15% monthly and compound for 6 months. I don't know how daily it is for you to change your financial status. I don't know. I'm not talking, this is not prayer, please. Because if it's prayer, Africa, we can pray enough. You go to mosque, prayer. You go to church, prayer. Everywhere, prayer. So, in fact, The prayer we pray, if we put action on that, then we should be solution provider everywhere. So now compound for Simon, what is 5 years? Let's see how much it will give to us. I want to compound $500 for, I'm not saying you compound like that, man, 99,500. No. Compound 500 for 60 months, which is 5 years. How much would it be? Yeah, the network is slower. So if you can do it on your calculator, but I think it should be average of around $3 billion if care is not taken. Average of about $3 billion or something if it come out. All right. So that's what you're going to get. But ladies and gentlemen, let me now show you the back office of tag market. That's going to give you. You want to know, is this broker regulated? Of course, we have been doing a lot of training. You can ask your leader or whoever invited you. They say, broker, are you sure this is not a Ponzi scheme? You know, we did one platform in 2019. This is what they say. The amount was so sweet, like the way Felix Man is sweetie. I beg your pardon. I'm not convincing you. I'm only presenting, show you facts of how this works. Your faith will carry you, or your faith will fail you. These are the two things. Either your faith carry you, or your faith fail you. All right. So that's as simple as what you give. After I've told you, say, great and effectual door are opening up to me, but there are many adversaries. That adversary is not witches from your village. That adversary is not even the bad friend. The adversary is yourself. I've given you the land to you, Sihon, Amorite, and all of that. He said, begin to contend with them in battle. That battle is you. The enemy within is not the one outside, it's the one inside your spirit. The enemy of doubt, the enemy of fear, the enemy of fainting. And all of those factors put together. Check it. Most failure you have encountered is not the fault of anybody. In fact, you even now thought it's the fault of somebody, you now attribute the failure to another person. And it's because the man did like this. So, ladies and gentlemen, I try to bring up this for you. All right. I'll try to bring up this for you, but I think the network is a bit bad. So you can check the calculator. Some of your leaders have it. Collect it from him and do the calculation. And you are going to arrive at about 3 million. Because we have checked if you compound $10, if you compound $10 for 5 years, on average profit of 15%, you are going to achieve about $43,000. If you compound 250 for 5 years, on the average of 15% profit, you are going to arrive at about $1.7 million. Well, I don't know how dearly it is for you to change your financial status or to increase your level of commitment to your money-related issues. It now depends on you. You have grant that somebody is going to lend you money without collateral, without coming to take your address, but you start doing business and still connect you to expert that will trade for you, then the ball is in your court. Ladies and gentlemen, the network is a bit bad, but I think I've come to the end of this presentation. I wish I could log into my back office. Okay, look at it. Oh, 2.2 million, 100 and something thousand. Yes, 2 point something million dollars for 500 compounded for 5 years on the average profit of 15% per month. They're telling you that within the first 1 to 5 months, you have doubled that money. That's what they are telling you. All right? You are compounding it. Okay, this is monthly compound. If I compound it for weekly, which is supposed to be every week, when trade has finished and all of that, you say, okay, this week, before next week trade starts, it's about 3 point something million. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think I need to pause here on how this opportunity. You want to get started. The 24X, number one, is a community deal. It's not tag market as a broker. No, it's a community deal. The 12S is a tag market. When you register on tag market, you have access to it. So if you just pick a link, and register without contacting whoever invited you to this call, you are going to lose access to that 24X. So some of us can be very smart and we advance ourselves. Say, I don't want to join the person that invited me. You are wrong. There are business opportunity around it called franchise business. I may not have time to talk about that now, but I can do a voice recording and give to your leader. You will demand to know about that. That's another oil well. You can make a lot of money. So, but the most important aspect is that for the privilege and benefit of those people who don't know anything, and they don't have time to know it. You can imagine yourself that you want to start trading. I say I want to start trading like the way Felix trade. Where do you start? Somebody who have been trading for how many years? He has bought candle, he has bought, I've lost money, I've made money, I've lost money, I've lost big money, all right? And then you now want to start and say, the way that guy is trading is the way I want to trade. It will work. So these are the things. But am I denying of making money from the financial market without knowing anything? No, you are not denying. Just for you to open your mind and ask, how do I get connected? So, ladies and gentlemen, at this point, I'll pause. And should you have any questions, you are given room to ask questions. And of course, afterward, you move as speedy as possible. Get back to whoever invited you to ask, how do I get started? It's going to guide you through and you get started.